Welcome to Play Along with Tony, or Tony Tutorials Guitar Tutorials. Mind you, this episode should be called Learn Along with Tony, because I'm learning this piece as well. And I thought, well, maybe I should do a tutorial of us all learning together as a community. Now, last night, kids, I went to a rave at the old folks' home here. And it was a fancy dress, and I went dressed as Johnny Depp. He's a pirate. And the nurses thought I was a dead ringer for Johnny. Even when I started drinking that old gin and tonic, I began to sound like Johnny, you know, Keith Richards high on ketamine. But anyway, enough of my social activities. Let's get on with this lesson. Now, what do we notice about what's going on here, kids? Well, the first thing is the time signature. This is an unusual time signature, especially for guitar. Let me just bring the whole guitar into focus here. Maybe bring it down a little bit here so we can actually see what's being plucked and what isn't being plucked, so to speak. When I first started to work on this piece, I put it into 4/4. 4/4 was not exactly the right timing for this. It didn't quite fit, because most shanties, reels, Irish jigs are usually in 2/4. But this wasn't in 2/4 either. It still didn't quite fit. So I put it to 3/4. Rhythm wasn't quite right. So I decided 6/8, and that's where it was, which is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and if you notice, we have a B flat sitting right here. Well, that indicates one of two things. It's either in the key of F major or it's in the key of D minor. Well, this happens to be in the key of D minor, and it's got that rhythm. Ba-ba-bum. Let's start it off with that rhythmic. Let's just give that a quick listen through, kids. Just stand with them. Get it into your head. I'll turn the metronome off there. It'll drive you nuts. Metronomes always drive you nuts. In fact, at the end of this tutorial, there's another page with the metronome if you want to listen to it with the metronome, because you can hear the pulse, the beat on this. It's a little different to your usual 4/4 meter. It's 170 I've got it at. No, it says 113. I don't know why it says 113, but it does. We've got a D minor opening chord. Well, actually, it's an A minor opening chord. It goes into a D5. Yeah, it would be an A minor opening chord. D5. D5 is dominant in this piece of music. B flat C, D5. Then you pull off, you've got a D5. And the rhythm again. We move to a B flat chord. And a hammer on right here. From the C to the D, and I put a couple of little bass. Keep that kind of pulse going there. chord position, D flat. You only play the B on the quarter beat. Then we make a change to this F, but with a G in the bass. Right here. Frank Zimmer, wonderful piece of writing. So that's a funny old change there because of the G in the bass coming off that D5. Gotta be quick. Let's do that again. That F natural to the G. I usually put the 2 on. And repeat. And this here is a strange one. It's a G minor, really with an A in the bass. I should have put the / in the A. Back to that D5. It always wants to go back to that D5. So let's just take a look at that again. Coming off the B flat with an F, and the F played twice. And then we're going to an A major chord. Just take a look at that. Now, let's just listen to that through. Let's try and make the score a little bigger for you there, kids. It's let's make it fit with the page. So we're coming off this. Then drop. Well, actually, I put it as a kind of B flat with the. You can play this 2 ways here. Depends on how you feel it sounds to you in the ear. Some people play just dropping the F down onto the 1st fret. I generally play it sliding. Now this is an F major. Remember that in the key of D minor, you get 5, 7 is A, D, E, F, G, A. That's why that works. Because you're using from your tonic, you're using your dominant A, or Frank Zimmer's using the dominant A. If you want to put it, it doesn't quite sound right as a 7. Whoops, that sounded like me last night. And then that repeats through again. And we don't have to go through all that again then. So we go through the A major, to the B flat, back to the A, and the A brings us back to the D minor. But it's actually a D5. Your C chord, your D5, your B flat with the just F with the in there, all the way along this passage here. So that's repeat of the beginning without the pedal tone on the D. Now as we come up, we go through the whole section. Let's just play it through. There, we've got the change that's going to bring us into a different bit of phrasing. Here. So let's bring this down for you to see. Sorry about that, kids, it's early in the morning. Now there's a pull-off. La-dee-da-da. And we've got the B flat. Should be a B flat actually, I believe. But we've got the B flat, I think. Put the B flat in, yeah, there it is. Let's just listen to that there. See what we get those changes. Again. Again, using that A. Which leads us into, I think, which is the kind of coolest section of the piece. Sorry about this going up and down here, just trying to find my own reference points. bit lost here, kids. There we go. So you've got that D minor. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. To the C. Which are all 5s coming down here. You can play a bar. And play. Then we come into that very beautiful one. Very, very Renaissance, got a Henry VIII sort of piece there coming off here. 3, 5, 3, 1 for your non-readers on your frets. G5, F5, E5, D5, running down the scale, boom, 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 boom. So if you're a baron player, bop, 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 and then into the D minor. There's your 8s, your 8th notes, and then I play. I always lose my mouse. Back to that D5. Always head into that D5. Oh, Franz Zimmer likes that D5 in this. Let's just take a quick look at this again. Resolving. Back to that. I'm learning this one too, kids. Oh, D, B flat. Adding that F. What you could even do it. See how it revolves around the B flat, the G minor, the D5 again, D minor, and the B flat. So I've got this D minor coming in here. What you can do here which I think sounds really cool. Add the G. You've got this G minor just on these chords, or on these strings, in the 3rd fret. Resolving again on that D5. Just put this along so you can see it. And it repeats. Just give that a whirl, see what we do. Yeah. Wonderful piece of sea shanty work there. Old Franz Zimmer. Let's move on to the which we were here. And when he finishes it on the G minor. That's it. This is rather a quick tutorial. As I say, I'm learning it myself actually. It's rhythmically, I think the important thing is that it's the beginning section. So anyway, I hope this guides you through. I put sheet music at the beginning and sheet music at the end of this, but the sheet music at the end of this has a metronome, just in case you want to turn to the metronome to keep that pulse, because of the 6/8 rhythm. If you don't want to use it, you don't use it. It's entirely up to you. You can just skip it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll be putting another one out next Friday. I might do something like Stairway to Heaven, something like that. Which is a popular tune amongst us old folk. Kids, don't forget, please subscribe to the channel. There's a lot of stuff on my channel. There's a lot more tutorials. There's a little bit of animation that I'm doing. I'm writing some original music. Trying to do a musical. So switching to that. Please make some comments and please subscribe. I'd like to know whether you're enjoying these tutorials, whether you think I'm too old and should be in a box instead of trying to help you lot out. And these tutorials obviously are free. The sheet music is free. I've downloaded and transcribed these myself. So please help us along here at the old folks home, and hopefully I'll see you soon. So you take care, kids, and can I find my mouse? I found my mouse. Ciao.